Hi, welcome to Mayhem Gaming and the 5th session of Erecting Rising, the Nemesis Queen. As a reminder, as of always, feel free to join our Discord, catch up on our YouTube channel. Hopefully everyone can hear me. And also check out our other games, because we've got Evils of Unfaricuse, the Fridays that we're not here. We've got Leagues Underneath every other Tuesday, along with
Have you been looking for a planetary asteroid field just to explode and destroy it? Come on over to Planetscape Edge of the Void, where you can destroy, smash, and annihilate your enemies the way you seem. Back to you.
That was fantastic. So, yeah, I don't have a really fun, intro thing for sponsor, not sponsor. Sorry, everyone. So we're gonna get started. Cue the intro song that I still haven't come up with. Here we go.
Cutting over to cutting over to the entrance. You are now watching the entrance theme. No, 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 no.
Use
We're
your
back. Oh
imagination.
wait, no, that's in Fairchiefs. That's why it wasn't working. Sorry,
Um,
everybody at home. I fudged the bucket.
uh,
That's what I should do. We should make the box here an area of I can make a video of all the other games that just rotate their logos
oh, that'd be cute. That'd be cute.
instead of the Mayhem Gaming logo just sitting here in the box to my left,
That'd be
your right.
cute. That's that's
Sorry.
that's this hasn't been the tangent train. This has been brainstorm storms. All right. So, last time, what happened last time? It's been a hot minute, y'all. We went into the God's Cavernous opening. I made notes for myself. We went in there and we didn't find any Warforged, which was unexpected, but we did find some skull spiders that some people wanted to adopt. If you like
Yeah.
bugs, that's your thing. You would love that. If not, sorry,
Crush them all with my
I
big
didn't think
hoof.
they'd be adopted. Um, anyway, it has been 3 days. Oh, well, it is day 3 since your mission to God's Cavernous opening. Anything super fun time? Any your characters may have done in the last 2 days?
Just some bonding time with my wonderful skull spiders.
Do they have do they live in like a pocket or do they like have their own little room?
So I have like this little area set up in the forest where I just have my foundling creatures. And so they've got their own little like nest area near a tree, like inside a tree trunk. It's kind of cool.
Love that. Woo. Anyone else?
Yeah, I'd probably be doing something similar with my little buddy. I don't know if I've given him a name. I'm just going to start calling them Chompers right now. The little baby mimic.
Yep.
And basically, like anytime I come back from like being out on a mission or going out just like into town to go food shopping or just out on my own, I basically gave him free reign to find a form, take a form so that I'd have to play hide and seek as soon as I came back.
Oh,
And that basically if he gets the drop on me, he gets a special treat.
is it
He
like
gets a treat. He gets a treat anyway, but he gets like a bigger special treat when he gets the drop on me.
so he's not always like chilling in a pocket. I don't know why I think pets are pockets, but y'all have tiny pockets.
Like I'll take him out and about, but like if I'm like, hey, I don't want anybody like freaking out if you play a trick on them today. Like if you're going to try and mimic a coin, and I go to pay for something and you're one of those coins, I'm going to have to explain why you just nibbled on somebody's hand or licked a finger when I traded over coin for a purchase.
All right. So question because it's important for the plot.
Hmm.
Mid-afternoon. Where's Chompers?
That's a question. I have to find him.
You haven't found him yet?
Nope.
Okay, so
He
he's hidden.
he yeah, he's a good hider.
Okay,
I've taught this little one well.
fabulous. Thanatos, anything for you?
I guess Donatos is just honestly Honestly, I would think that this is a time at God's the opening because it's a crevasse with water in it, right? Whereas, wait, no, the water's gone out of it. It's
Yeah,
just
because
a
that's
hole.
that's where they thought the Warforged were.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just sitting on the ledge. I'm not really doing so much of anything. Um, Me and my little guy want the scenic view. We haven't left the deserty area,
You
so we're just like, wow, is that snow on that mountaintop off in the ridge line? That's wild.
are they sitting on your shoulder?
Yeah, they're always tucked
Okay.
underneath like the collar. That's exactly only place that he has. And I have a backpack. The upper area where you think the bedroll is
Mhm.
actually a hard log and with like two little windows on the side, and his little house is on the top of my bag.
So cute. Oh, I love that. All right. Well, with that, each of you feel the familiar feeling of an agency transportation, but usually you have a warning. You're given at minimum 5 minutes to prep. No prep time here. You are transported. You are in a dark space. You feel something like hard and heavy kind of against the side of you, and something like heavy and soft is like pressing on you from above, and you can hear breathing.
Is it dark to the point where there's like no light source that basically like dark vision was useless?
There's a teeny tiny little itty bitty crack of light from what appears to be the ground
Okay.
against.
Now, if I was playing another character from this same world, I might recognize this as a familiar feeling. As you said, it's like hard surfaces, cramped, teeny tiny crack of light, yada yada yada. Sort of getting a certain impression of what that might mean, but Marius has no fucking clue. And we're all
Hmm.
cramped together, or I don't know that there's more people next to
You can
me.
hear breathing.
Hmm, lovely, loving that. Um, just does like a little like boop and just produce flame to get just a little finger of flame, just like a lighter, just pick.
No, bring it back.
Uh, the three of you are in a coat closet. Think like the big heavy cloaks in
I'm I'm
the line of
sorry. We're in a
wardrobe.
coat closet with a 8 foot tall, like 4 foot wide elephant man. I'm sorry. The two of you are squished against the wall.
I
I'm
said y'all
hoping.
are gonna be
it,
squished.
it,
You are in my fat rolls.
Think the jackets from the Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Like you're entering the wardrobe and it's all those big furry jackets.
You
It's like a
just hear
big closet,
heavy
but you're big.
panting from Denitos.
can someone find the door, please? This is really bad and cramped.
Going to bring it down. I'm going to get to the front of 5 and I'm going to run forward. Someone better find that door. I'm hyperventilating. Denitos does not take space. He's claustrophobic.
Oh, well, are you gonna run at the door?
Is someone going to look first?
Well, you've got
Wait,
that tiny
Okay.
crack of
1,
light at the
2,
floor.
3, 4. No one's stopping me. 5. Ah!
Oh, you all tumble into a room. Um, there's like wine red tapestries hung on walls. Candles are lit. There's a short desk that's cluttered with papers that has now like kind of toppled over because the door flew forward and kind of fell into it. So there's now paper fluttering down. In the center of the space appears to be a stage. Think theater in the round. This is giving like War Room vibes, but if like Ares, the god of war, was a theater kid. If that makes sense. And standing center stage, tapping his foot, is Kurt. Took you all long enough.
Oh shit. Okay.
Was that too loud? I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm saying that as me. Sorry.
Just comes out of the closet.
I'm sorry. I had like zero room to move until he decided to take action. So maybe we don't teleport our party members, team, crew, whatever, into closet spaces.
There's not much time. I had no choice.
Okay, well then let's cut to the chase because I don't want to drag it out because I know that you don't like me being like that. So what's going on?
All right, gather around. Pay close attention. Every year, my home village puts on a festival that concludes with a talent show. And every year, well, almost every year, last year I was sick, and the year before that, I broke my leg, and the year before that, I got lost on a mission, and I think I didn't. Anyway, every year I've tried, which has almost been every year of my life, I have lost. But you are all very talented individuals, so I know that by signing us all up as a team, we're gonna win.
Marius is going to bite their tongue about how do you lose when you weren't able to participate to begin with. Just doesn't say anything. There's just like there was like a smile that went from a smile to like a concerned look to a deadpan when they realized when has Kurt actually been able to participate?
All the other years of my life. Now listen, what are each of your special talents? He's grabbed a notebook and is like poised.
Well, oh, close my D&D Beyond. Hold on. Hold, please. Da, 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 da.
I look at them and I just go, well, I mean, it's not really. I have my mechanical arm and I go, oh, and I do the whole thumb thing where it's like, oh, but it's literally just me holding the metal thumb back and forth as it snaps back on. Oh.
Kurt is writing fervently. Okay, what else? That's not long enough? That we need like a chunk of time? That was like 3 seconds.
Oh, the only other talent I have is I take a ball out of my
special talent.
I take a ball out of my bag and I'm blowing air through my trunk and I'm holding the ball floating as it spins and I'm trying to balance it.
Okay, that's cool. That's good.
That's
okay.
the best I got.
Okay.
Besides feats of strength.
Okay.
I can assume certain animal forms on command. Depends on the creature type because I'm still kind of developing the skill.
So you're a transformer?
Yes and no.
Okay. I'll make it Marius equals transformer. Could you turn into a ball and then Denatos could do the ball trick, but it's really you?
Doctors that perform
I mean,
surgeries
if you by ball you meant that I turned into like an armadillo, sure, maybe.
Yeah, an armadillo.
gonna go now.
Nick, what's your special talent?
So I pull out my lute and I'm like, well, animals like listening to me play. I don't know about people, but
Music.
animals are great.
Got it. Okay. So I also made a list of things that we could maybe try. One, sock puppets.
I try to stifle a laugh.
Two, I have choreographed a dance number. It's not that hard. You all just need to be able to do a triple pirouette. Okay? And I'm sure you already know how to do that, so we're fine. Then I also, and he reaches into a bag and pulls out 3 sets of rollerblades. I also choreographed a dance number, but on rollerblades. Because that would be even more impressive.
I'm just thinking fantasy Saturday Night Fever talent show.
He reaches into his bag again.
Oh no.
I've also written a cheer routine, and he's like throwing pom-poms out. I thought we could do some like ribbon dancing, and he's pulling out, poles with like ribbons and a bunch of like ribbon stuff. And then I also thought maybe we could do like a series of monologues or like skits, or maybe, and this is my least favorite idea, but like we could do like a choreographed stage fight.
You tried all of these other ones before, and now you're just thinking about one big mashup would make it better.
Maybe.
Bigger, better.
What do you think?
Well, I won't be doing up above anybody, considering I will kill you all.
Wait, what?
Hmm?
What can't you do?
Oh, nothing. It's fine. Oh, yes. Let's do it.
Well, what are we doing?
I don't dance.
Okay. No dancing.
I'm about as dexterous as a rock, so yeah.
Okay. Well,
Dennis just looks over and just goes, And he just like some like weird gyro thing. Goes, huh?
so no triple pirouettes.
Wraith likes to show off. I kind of like
Do you know
nudge
what
my
the other people
little
are
snake
doing?
out, and he flies around the room and does like intricate designs in the air, and then comes back to my shoulder.
Okay, but how do we incorporate me into that? Because that's really cool. But that's not me.
Okay.
And I would like to win with your help.
Here's a thought. You got that. This is player. That's, you said it's a flying snake.
Yeah.
Okay. So your boy or girl, not going to judge. Uh, is basically like a living flying ribbon. If Kurt were to get their hands on some ribbons, they could do like a ribbon dance with a
They already
flying
said no
snake.
dancing.
Well, we could be like your hype crew in the background.
Okay, no, you can't be in the background. Everyone has to participate because you're all in the group and there are certain rules, and I put you all down. You're already signed up.
So I'll play my lute, music for your dancing. Everybody else can do something else.
Okay, wait, what kind of beats can you play?
They all sound very naturey, very.
Oh my gosh. Have you ever been to one of those places where they have like things set up and then people take their pets and they guide their pet through the course?
I have heard of those. I have not participated.
Can Wraith do it?
Probably.
I don't know if that'll work. Um. Well. Okay. So I'm guessing we're not doing monologues.
No.
All right.
How many other people are competing?
I think it's us and 3 other groups.
Do they know what they...
No.
Well, let's see.
Okay, so we've got music.
Oh.
What?
I forgot I had these. How many sounds? Oh, nice. So I do have I click my heels together as I now have the winged boots. As you see a giant elephant man is now flying. I mean, we could do something with this. This is entertaining. I mean, it's pretty wild to see me up here as I'm streaming, thank you.
Something burning.
Something burning? I'll be right back.
Okay.
Ah.
Are we okay? We're okay. Oh
Oh God, our entire screen went wild for a second.
Um. I guess since we don't have a sponsor, I don't have like a cool little Sam Riegel script for like secrets and stuff. And this
Wings
isn't
and-
really like a secret or a battle map.
Wet. Yeah.
But oh no, and look it. Time's up.
Sorry about
Such an-
that.
No, you're good. Woo!
Nothing was on fire. My dad just thought he smelled something on fire.
We don't like fire. Well, some of us like fire, but we don't like when things that aren't supposed to be on fire
No,
are
we
on
like fire. We don't like our own property on fire.
Right.
Hmm.
Well, for anyone watching, we do not condone setting other people's things on fire, just to be clear. Please be safe with fire. Interestingly enough, that was a warning for my last tarot reading. So,
You
moving
can't tell.
on.
I have second-degree burns all the way around this eye.
Oh, I didn't
Mhm.
know that.
Yep. When I get a sunburn, I look like Suko. The from Avatar.
Yeah.
Suko. Like my
Right.
whole eye turns more redder than it actually does.
Oh, well, this has
Mhm.
been Fire Safety Corner.
Boiling hot water, but still safety with hot stuff.
Yeah. All right, well, back to the session. Okay, so we could do like dancing, but in the air.
Ooh.
What if we incorporate like a strobe light?
Do you have a light that strobes?
What is strobing? You have to think that this is a concept that wasn't a
light.
thing. It's not a.
If
That
we
wasn't a
flicker a
thing
light
that I
off
would
and
assume.
on.
Oh, that would be
Well-
really good.
This is like an outdoor thing.
Oh,
Does anyone have any flickering lights?
I do know that some places at the Marquise would have moving and he just like draws in the sand. It's literally just like a light that you would have, let's just say,
There is
but
no
it has a,
sand.
a
This is
sheet of.
my house.
I know. This is me. Um, Cut holes in a piece of paper on a triangle, and when you pull it, it opens up the hole, and it light comes through, and then it blocks it, and it opens, it blocks it, it opens. So you just
That could work.
Okay, what if we get
Yes.
like
him doing engineering in D&D.
what if we get like something that can float and we set it on fire and we use that for cool lighting?
That could work.
Well, okay, I'm not concerned about the lighting because like you don't get extra points for like backgrounds. It's about the talent.
Do
On
shadow casting.
on the note of strobe lights or something, I can use a moonbeam. The only problem is you don't want to stand in the moonbeam because it will hurt you.
Oh,
It'd be a
no.
good, like backdrop, but it wouldn't be good for you to be in.
Okay, but like the stage is set up like this. And he spins in a circle, motioning around. So there's like there's no like back.
All right, I just wanted to put it out there.
No, that's okay. You didn't
Um,
know. Okay. Well, okay. What? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
What if? What if we're doing like Nick is playing the flute and we're all like having a doing a dance in the air, but then it turns into a dance battle. But no, yeah, like a dance battle, like we're actually like having a dance off, and then it turns into like an actual battle in the sky. But like not that high in the sky.
Please don't kick anything. Put your knee up high.
And then Wraith wins.
The all-powerful flying snake.
Right. He's just a little guy. How does that sound?
We could try it. I'm awful at dancing though.
Well, you can just like jam out on the lute.
That works.
But you
Thanatos
gotta
this
really
entire time
get
has
into-
just turned around and tried to figure out a move, but it doesn't work out for him, so he's just doing this back and forth.
Yeah, that's something.
Come on, join me. Let's loosen up.
You could make your little thumb trick a dance move. Like
You see him go, and he just goes, "Oh, okay." And you see him start moving, and he detaches his arm and starts doing the up and down disco thing, but while holding his detached arm, going higher. Just before we get copyrighted, I will stop. Even though that
that's
it's more
incredible.
rhythm, and I'm pretty sure that we won't get in trouble for that.
That's incredible. Please don't copyright us.
I did make it my own edition of it.
Yeah. I like that. Marius, can you become any like dancing flying animals?
I
Dancing
haven't quite
bears are very cute.
I haven't quite gotten to the stage where I can be a flying animal. Um
What about like an animal with mad hops?
Hold on. Literally, I was trying to find my the CR monsters for Druid Wild Shape. Um,
You're good.
this is this the list? I think this might be the list. Oh no, wait, it is on D&D Beyond, if I'm not
Mhm.
mistaken.
See.
Where the hell? I had it the other day.
I used to have it saved. Let me see if I can find it.
Oh, you know, it's just easier to go into the monsters and just categorize beast and then list it by CR.
I think if you go into where is it now? If you go
Because
into
then,
extras in D&D Beyond on your character sheet, and hit add extras, you can choose a category and you can choose the wild shape, and then it'll show you the list
oh
there.
yeah, look at, oh my God.
Yeah. And then you can sort things by challenge rating or by like specific name, but they have. And then you can
Okay, yeah, I
add,
can.
then when you hit add, it'll add it to your character sheet and it'll stay there. So then you'll have the stats.
Um, I can do up to, where's my wild shapes? Feet. Uh, one, CR one half at my current level.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Let me do that real quick.
Yeah, for sure.
I can. uh, uh, uh,
You'd be a giant fire beetle.
Yeah, it has to be beast. They don't allow for other creature type like monster or aberration or anything like that.
That's a small beast.
Uh, giant badger, giant centipede, fun.
Giant seahorse.
Giant snail, giant space hamster.
Which is just a regular hamster.
No, it's a
Hmm.
space hamster.
Okay, so in D&D, hamsters, their lore are they come from the astral sea, they are
Oh,
giant, and wizards made them small and better transportable, and that's why they're their size right now. Because wizards cast them and then bred them that way, and they stayed that size. And
yeah.
that's why hamsters are small. But hamsters in D&D are gigantic, spacefaring creatures that can like go throughout space with no ship or anything. They just like one planet to another.
Huh. You could also be a diseased giant rat.
Oh yeah, there's also a cranium rat, which is just a rat with like exposed brain.
Snarl
Controlled by mind flare.
to all the Firebringer fans. Snarl. You could be a reef shark or an octopus or a goat
I mean, there
or a
is
giant
land.
weasel.
We have, what, 5 minutes? I figure out a wild shape.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go in here. I have to remove some of these because there's one of or there's duplicates, but that'll be for later.
I was about
Do
to
a
be like,
black
while Kraken is taking
bear, and we
his
could get you
well,
some
while
No,
wood.
I'm
Kraken is
not. I'm
making
not
his
going to be.
choice, we would like you all to head over to the Mayhem Gaming shops. We have many, many different merch items for you to
We
go and
do.
look at. While we have ourselves just a brief momentary, it is important for what you pick because this is a competition. So
I
take
mean,
your time.
yeah,
But we're just sitting
nothing
here
bad.
quietly, so
Nothing bad is at all going to happen, and
infomercials.
the
Links
choice of
underneath. We just found out, we just came back and found out we weren't actually doing all the things we were doing, but instead we were somewhere else. Or is that the truth? Go check out the previous episodes. It's pretty good.
what?
Mm-hmm. Eric Dune Rising. Um,
It's
um,
over. Just kidding,
no,
we're here.
kinda. We do have another game in the works that's coming up. We can't talk about it yet, but it's
So,
coming.
Super
And
secret,
y'all better
secret.
be ready for a whole new world to explore.
Woo!
so Kurt asked for a creature with mad hops. That was
Yeah,
the literal definition that was given to Marius.
he did say Mad
Marius
Hops.
Marius stands there for a couple minutes, then says, "Hold on," and kind of like walks over to the closet, goes, "I got you, boo." Steps into the closet, closing the door gently so he doesn't have a problem with the probably already busted door.
There's no door. The door is gone.
Okay,
Blew away.
he moves some of the jackets into place to hide the transformation for the reveal and wild shapes, and then leaps out as a clawfoot raptor. Just boom, boom, and then you just hear the Jurassic Park like chirping call that the raptors do.
It's too loud for me to do it at the
Yes.
moment, but I can actually do the chitter from a raptor. Yes.
Um, Kurt is giggling maniacally and jumping up and down and clapping.
And I mean, like, I'm the size of like a normal person in this form. So, like, at full height, when the raptor form stands up, like arches its back upright, it's about like a 5.5, 6 foot head height.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Now we rehearse. Um,
Mind
and
you, I could hold this form for 2 hours and I could do this twice a day.
right. Well, you all spend the rest of the day rehearsing your talent show talent. Things are going, I mean, you all think things are like going great. You think, silly little talent show. You guys are pretty solid. Kurt's like not like dance mom level, but like dance mom level, okay? Um, but Kurt insists that you all spend the night and leads you each to a guest room. He explains that the festival and the town show take place tomorrow to get some sleepies, and he will awaken you all in the morning. Do you all go right to sleepies?
Oh yeah.
No? You make sure you all eat too. There's food, okay. Cool.
If it didn't take too long, Marius would maintain the raptor form during dinner time and just eat as a raptor.
You're done with the raptor.
I could do it twice for 2 hour lengths.
Right, but y'all were rehearsing for like 5 hours,
Damn, no fun.
6 hours. It was early afternoon. You guys went to bed. Relatively late.
I'm gonna inspect the room first. Make
Okay.
sure it's actually safe, and then go to bed.
Yeah, it's safe. Yeah, safe. Around dawn, Each of you are awoken by Kurt standing over you. It's time. He gets you all a quick breakfast. And leads you through the center of his little village. And it's really early. The sun is just starting to rise. But the festival is already in full swing. It's like people were setting up late into the night and early into the morning. It's like an all-day celebration that they're doing. There's food stands, merchandise tents, there's already live music playing. All right, everyone. We have 7 hours until we get to rehearse, like do a dress rehearsal in the space. So you need to meet me at the competitor's tent in 6 hours so that we can get into costume. All right? Don't be late, okay? Okay?
Yes.
And Kurt hops on his scooter and he scooters away. Now as you all look around, it seems that there is a large population of centaurs here.
Why the hell is there so many sexy centaurs here?
And
Oh no, the minotaurs that we called them sexy, not the centaurs. Damn it! I was trying to keep an Eric Dune joke running and I fucked it up.
That's me fucking it up because I thought it was centaurs, and for a second I thought, no, maybe it's minotaurs, and I went, no, that's silly. It's definitely centaurs. Speaking of centaurs, you should all go watch Centaur World. 10 out of 10, great show. It's like one of my top comfort shows.
have two
I
rib
cry
cages.
so much. That's, oh my gosh, I do.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
think
I
about
don't-
that. And on the
Okay.
rerun.
Well, that's new
Right, Nick.
information. Anyway,
Now it's burned into your head. You're welcome.
at about the same time, it all dawns on you. Kurt must have been adopted by centaurs.
Haha.
As he zooms
Yeah.
off, you're all left to your devices. Is there anything you want to explore?
Yeah, the Denators will give a stroll about.
Yeah, I'm just gonna be looking like for food stands.
There's definitely a lot of different food stands. One of the first ones that y'all are gonna walk by is a rock candy stand. There's a lot of like little like magic item trinkety like tents. There's like good luck charm stand, like baked goods stands, bread. You've gotta have like a pickle cart every so often. Snow cones, not meals on wheels, but like meals that you can take to go very easily, like nachos. Because nachos are definitely a thing here now. There's potion shops, like jewelry shops, scarf shops, hat shops, ribbon shops. There, and by shops I mean like tents or like stands. There's not like literal shops. There's like an adoption, like pet adoption tent. There's a lot of stuff going on. It's like if anyone has been to New York when they do like their like entire like street fair type thing. It's not a fair, but they're street things. They like shut down the street for a lot of blocks and it's just a ton of different vendors. It's going to be something like that.
Pet adoption?
Kind of works in a circle.
But the Puerto Rico festival that we passed through in New York during our trip.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, I'm dope.
Mhm.
Can I go to the pet adoption area?
Yeah, you can.
I'm
Are
sorry,
there
I have to
any-
correct myself because that was rude. Puerto Rico festival, I feel like saying Puerto Rican festival was very derogatory. I apologize.
You said Puerto Rican?
I said Puerto Rican festival, but I think I meant to say Puerto Rico festival. But I'm not sure if either of them work because they were
No, because
fine with that.
I say I'm Puerto Rican.
Okay. So it would be Puerto Rican festival. I'm just making sure I'm not fucking up here. Just trying not to be rude.
Yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Are you all heading to the pet adoption tent?
As long as we like make like a pit stop along the way at like a food cart, I'm like game to go to the pet adoption because pet adoption's also a vibe for Marius.
Yeah, so where you're starting, it's kind of like almost like a little roundabout kind of situation, like one big circle around the town square type of thing. And you see that there's one like staged off area that must be the stage. There's like a big like what's the thing that when you flip it, the sand goes down?
Oh, the water shoots up, but the sand's able to go down.
No, the time thing.
Oh,
Hourglass.
hourglass?
Hourglass, yeah. Instead of like a big clock in the middle of the town, it's a giant hourglass.
Oh,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
So the pet where you guys are at, the you'd have to go like from 3 p.m. to 12 on a clock to get to the pet spot. So you definitely pass some like food vendors and stuff on your way there. So you can definitely stop and grab food on your way. When you in the adoption tent, it's like it's a big tent. You've got dogs and cats and rabbits and fish and lizards and snakes and basically like any kind of small animal. Will you make a perception check for me?
First roll, I rolled coming back for a while. That one, so let's hope this is better.
13.
Oh, that was all of us. Sorry, I was reading something and I heard perception check.
Ooh,
Dice, dice, dice.
24.
Dice, dice, dice. Go,
24.
go. Okay, perception. 25. Holy shit.
Okay.
Dang it.
Um,
Dang you, Cregan. You beat me by one, sir. Good on ya.
so as you all look around, you're seeing all the different like stations for the pets. In Denatos and Marius, you would notice like kind of tucked almost behind a selection of rabbits. There's like a little sign and you can't quite read it. And it looks like a flap. And it kind of looks like someone is like, they're kind of giving off the vibe that they're guarding it, but also like you're not really sure. Maybe they're just like really interested in the rabbits.
That's unusual.
Yeah, Denatos takes note of that. Doesn't seem like I'm not going to abruptly walk straight over. I'm going to methodically work my way around the room to there.
Peruse through the area until you get to it.
Yeah. I have worked in city guard enough to where I've gone through stalls and I've seen certain shit, but I can't be like, okay, I know I should go straight to you, but I'm just going to make my way. I'm like, oh, hey, what's up?
It's the walk casually moment for us.
Okay. Person you're looking at, looks like they're like mid-teenage year old. Hi. How can I help you?
What's this?
What's what?
I start pushing on the little door.
That's the Cheshire Cat. And he kind of like holds up a little sign. And there's a drawing of a scary Cheshire cat with front teeth that are very sharp.
Oh,
And it says the Cheshire Cat
a
on
little
it.
kitty. I've been looking for a little kitty friend for my little mouse.
No, the little kitties are over there. We don't have little kitties for your house.
Then what's a Cheshire cat?
That's that's what they named it.
Dennis was just full on just gonna stick his head in.
You see three kind of big cages and not very big creatures in them. And it's very dark in here. Yeah.
Just gonna just start doing. See if anything
What?
darts the eyes towards me. We all know that scene. Your animal in the dark, you make a noise, and all you see are the fucking headlight eyes through the darkness. That's what I'm looking for here.
Yeah.
Do you see anything in there, bud? Anything?
Nick, are you with them? Okay. Hey, you need to, you can't just go in there. You have to pay.
Oh, wait. We have to pay before adoption?
You have to pay to go in there.
Oh,
Is there signage stating that anywhere? Just like me looking around, do I see anything that indicates that?
He holds his sign closer to you.
the
And
one
in
that he
fine
was holding in front of me.
the Cheshire Cat, yeah. In very fine print, it says 10 gold to enter.
That's a weird caveat for an adoption center.
This isn't your average adoption center. Shh. You gotta pay up to see the goods. Pap doesn't like when strangers just go in without paying.
Pap, pap.
Pap.
Oh my god.
You can do it. I can't tell if we're gonna do
Can I cause a distraction with all the other animals? Like animal handling or something?
Yeah, go for it. What do you want to do?
Let's see. It's all different types of animals, right? Are they in cages?
Some of them, if you've been to like the last like adoption event I went to, they had like section areas that were kind of closed off that had pets like kind of free roaming, and that's mostly what's going on. So it's kind of different sections that have kind of closed off spaces.
Okay. What can I do to distract? Let me check real quick. Hang on.
Yeah, you're good.
Hmm. If only I had my skull spiders with me.
tradesies. I just acquired these. They're a rare breed. Yes.
Ooh.
Come on, everyone, to see the magical skull spiders.
I'm gonna have Wraith fly around and like open all doors.
Oh no.
Oh, great.
All doors.
You see a lot of the little puppies and the little kitties get very distracted by the snaky, and when they realize they can venture out of their space, um, they do. Um, and so do the little mice and the little rats and the little lizards, and people are kind of screaming, but children are like giggling, and everyone's just running around. Um,
Uh-oh.
will you roll? Will you roll? Do you think is Wraith trying to be sneaky about this?
Probably not.
No. I'll just have you do like a sleight of hand check then,
All right.
just to make
So,
sure he can get everything open. If
Yeah,
that,
we have 16.
yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
so are
it's
there like
chaos.
snakes now like crawling around?
Yeah,
Yeah. Nemesis just goes, ugh!
but the
Opens the
snakes aren't
door
biting.
that this kid is asking money for, goes in and full on shuts it and puts his back. No, thank you.
It's not like a door, it's just like a flap of a
Oh, dang it. Okay.
It's okay.
I was literally thinking I was about to be, I'm now inside.
No, and
Where
you're
are you?
you're not near the snakes because they kind of keep all the nice furry fuzzy guys, and then they kind of have like rats and mice, and then they get into like your cold-blooded creatures.
Denatos then goes, okay, realizes what needs to happen, and he sees them. He stays very still as he reaches for one of the bunnies, and he holds on to him just in case. He will throw the bunny.
I am
Not being
staring
mean.
daggers.
I will throw this bunny to be food. I will sacrifice this
Literal,
one because
literal
Denators don't
daggers.
like snakes.
They're like gardener snakes.
And,
He
and,
doesn't like
and
smaller creatures frighten him. He had to work very hard to get over Jinx.
Oh,
How does he feel about Wraith, a flying snake?
He's had to be very cautious while around you, and
Hmm.
for a good chunk of the episodes, you were away. So we haven't worked out that type of dynamic. I will note, I am taking notice of the flying snake and going, just don't hit that one, don't hit that one, stay the fuck away from me.
oh, it could get so much worse if Marius were to commit to distractions.
Have you guys ever heard of a voluntary heart attack in D&D? Because I will induce one.
let's not do that. So giant distraction has taken place. What are we doing?
Is the person who was guarding the door distracted at all?
He's not moving from the door.
Dang it.
The flat. Oh my word. He's definitely like looking around at the chaos, but he's not moving.
Would any indication when he say Papa mean like this may be like the grandson of the person who runs this whole thing?
No, no.
Okay, never mind. I was gonna be, shouldn't you get the person who's in charge? Maybe Papa, but that's not right. I'll go with the first half of that. Shouldn't you get someone in charge?
I don't work. Oh my gosh, he's not Kurt. I don't work for them.
So then who do you work for?
I mean, I wouldn't say I work for Pat Pat because like he's my Pat Pat. Um, he might get mad I'm saying too much. Look, if you want to go in, you just have to pay.
Right. Chaos.
If
Hmm.
not, I'll have to make you forget you saw this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a
So
threat.
what?
Was that a threat?
I
I'm
wouldn't
just going to
say it
start
was a
walking away
threat.
as
I'd say it was a promise.
as this conversation is getting into threat levels. Marius starts to walk away, um, folding their arms and keeping their back away from the two, but is doing like a little bit of like a somatic hand gesture with their folded arms as he starts to whisper an incantation to summon beasts. I'm sorry, summon conjure animals. And we're going higher level distraction here. Since flying snake freeing creatures didn't bother him, how about two giant toads appearing in the room?
Where in the room exactly?
About 5 feet from either side of him and Donatus.
Uh he kind of looks at them. He gulps. Um kind of steps closer to the flap, but doesn't leave.
Hmm.
What's it gonna be?
I think it's about to be lunch.
What?
I just out loud just say, look at these guys. Like, what did you summon again?
Giant toads, two giant toads.
Two giant toads. I'm like, they look hungry. And I just stare at them for an intimidation check.
Go for it.
Let's see. Yeah, I know. Every single time that I've been rolling lately on D&D, it is not so great. You'd think I'd have a better intimidation. I have a 0. Straight roll. Nat 1.
Um,
I'm assuming my hand is being like in the frog's mouth when I say this. Like
you're
it's already started
ready.
to try to eat my hand. I'm like, get the fuck
Toads
off the
don't
frog.
eat people. They're just big.
That's the interesting thing about giant toads. They're not frogs. You hear Marius say that as he turns around. And one of the toads licks its rubbery fat lips with the clearly very long tongue and then just kind of croaks at him.
You know what? You know what? You know what? This is all. This is all. Fuck it. I'm just gonna look at him. I'm gonna walk straight up to him, right into his face, and I just go, with my giant fucking fingers, pull out the smallest little bag of money, and I just, yeah, platinum piece. That's 10 goals worth.
Thank you. You may
Move,
enter.
and I just.
He holds open the flap for you.
Did I
I
just
think
realize like this is you know what? Fuck it. And then I realized that I have 1,010 pieces, and then if it's 10 gold, I would rather just fucking get rid of 10 to make it a straight 1,000, because my brain wants that.
Are you guys paying up?
Holy shit! I don't even know what I
Oh,
said, but I'll say that.
I'm just standing outside because this just seems like like a racket. So Marius is just standing there with
Okay.
the two toads.
All right. So Nick and Denatos, when you enter, it is pretty dark. There are a few candles lit. There's like one big kind of long like shelf table type situation, and there's three relatively large cages sitting on there. Um, through the flap, it seems like it's this very kind of like shambly type tent. Like it doesn't belong. It doesn't match the aesthetic of all the other tents and all the other words are hard. Stands that you've seen. There's kind of a little desk off to the side, but the 3 cages are the main event. Inside of them, you see, I'm losing my notes. Hold on. Wait, I have it typed out. You see a goose. It's a goo goose. I'm gonna butcher this. A a a thaxolotl.
Okay.
And a moss kitten. Ah, I see we have some people who prefer creatures of a more interesting. All the words just left my brain.
He's okay.
Of an interesting taste. How can I help you? And you're seeing like Egghead from Sonic. That's what this person looks like. So that's the description I will leave you with. He's kind of hunched over at the desk. Big beady eyes watching.
Yes. Right. That's your grandson up there?
Grandson?
Sorry.
That is my son.
Oh, wow.
What is that supposed to mean? Ralph is doing a very good job out there.
Ralph. Yes.
Yeah, my little Ralphie.
Yes. Also, I don't know if this is a good business structure for you after telling us that he'll wipe our minds if we don't pay up. Maybe talk
Well,
to him about that.
Yeah, that's
Bad
the
business.
rules. This is a dangerous business. We can't just be out here selling dangerous creatures to just anybody.
Would
Did
my
you
char-
What?
would my character know anything about the creatures in the cages?
You would know that they should not be in cages.
Okay.
And I would you're like a champion for animals, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've probably come across similar situations in which there's some sketchy selling of creatures that should not be sold going on. And this is kind of what's happening here. And by kind of, I mean this is what's happening here.
And I know these creatures aren't harmless, right? Or aren't harmful, right?
They can be.
I guess all creatures can be.
I mean, the Goo Goose is definitely not the nicest. But the other two, I would say they're probably not going to be as harmful. But again, they're going to be more powerful than just, a kitten or a little snaky boy.
Why are these creatures in cages?
They're for sale.
Yeah, but these aren't nearly big enough enclosures for these types of creatures.
Well, um,
Oh, so
these are just their travel ones. They have bigger ones. Just can't bring the bigger ones all the way here. 'Cause it's a problem.
mm,
Can I tell if the creatures have been like taken care of?
They're sitting in a cage with a little dish of water and a little dish of food that definitely doesn't look like the right food to feed them,
Mm.
and some like hay.
mm.
Yeah, the conditions these creatures are in is abominable.
They don't
Do
look like they're being abused in any way. They're just not being kept. They're just not being taken care of
Okay.
the way that they should be for like their species. It's
so
not like they're like
since
genuinely trying to harm them. They
since
just
the
don't know much.
sorry, it's very laggy. Sorry, I keep catching you guys at inopportune times. Since the agency basically deals with all things magical, is it safe to say that the agency also has a division of like magical animals and all that stuff? Or like possible, because I know like magical items all have to technically in some way be registered with uh because I know that was like a thing from the original era thing, like most magical items are archived and all that stuff. Would I know it's the agency isn't like the government of the world because each one has their own area, but are there like laws that the agencies for us say if you find people, fuck them up?
Um,
You are quite diabolical.
I mean, I think with the agency because they're, agents of good, they're not going to be like beat them up. They're going to say you should probably go through the correct legal routes of taking care of someone doing something wrong. As far as like animal creatures, I mean, there's definitely a lot. It's like selling an endangered species, kind of like that. Like obviously if someone gets caught doing that, they're in trouble. Um, if you were sent out on a mission to do that, there'd be like strict guidelines. However, you were not sent out here on a mission. So it's more likely that the agency has not come across this person and what
Then
they are
my
doing.
my thing would be like, you have paperwork on all this.
Yeah.
Insight check. This will help and define the final part of my puzzle. Does he
The
punch the
puzzle.
old man in the face? Take some
Mm,
animals home? Oh, so you don't. Ah, they're mine now. Douche.
roll 13.
I have to roll 14.
Oh,
7 plus
oh,
7. Yeah. No. You know, it's. Yeah. I think I understand. I'm not the brightest bunch of us, but even I think I know what's going on here. Alright.
You would like to purchase one?
I think. I think. Oh. I just start walking over. You said there was a kitten, an ooze goose, or a moss kitten, moss kitten, an ooze goose, and a what?
I can't say this word. It's the THANXOLOTL. I will send it to the Discord.
Yes, thank facts a lot, like you said before.
Yeah, that's it. That's how you say that. Let's see how I can send this. Let's see how I can send this. I know how to do this. Ooh, doodle doo, doodle doo, doodle doo 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 doo.
I just look at Nick and I just go, I get confirmation from Nick, like, should be, should.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're in agreement.
Yes.
Yes.
I guess as soon as I hear noise, it's just like basically calling my cue to be like, oh, time to fuck around and find out. But I'm still out there with the two toads and the kid or whatever, not knowing things are about to get really ugly.
So, you aren't going to be selling these 3 here today. Yes. In fact, we know so many people that we can just tuck you and your son way, far, far away for a very long time. You could just walk away. Leave everything here. No harm. Or I straight up put my fucking hand through the wall of where I'm standing next to, and I just look at him. I have some fun. And I pull it back out. So, you have a decision to make, and a very important one at that. You have about 30 seconds until I fully just start going off because I don't like people selling endangered animals. I'm assuming. I look over at Nick. Are these? Wait.
I
Hey,
confirm. Yeah,
Marius!
those should not be in cages. Yes.
Marius, you know about animals. Why don't you come look at this?
Pap Pap takes a deep breath and shouts, "Watermelon," and runs to grab one of the cages.
Oh no, you don't.
Oh no.
That's a fucking code word. Watermelon. Just fucking goes.
Water. Oh, that's Kurt again.
So when I hear you calling out, I look at the two toads and just go like this and go, eat up. And I point at the kid.
As soon as he hears watermelon, which is quite quickly after that, he's booking it away. And he's like crawling under the side of the tent that he's on so he can. He's not about to run through the chaos of animals on the loose.
No, don't eat me. Oh, it's so good. Come back, Papa. You have some explainings to do.
If you would like to take an action against him as he attempts to grab a cage and run, you may.
Yeah, full on. I'm grappling.
Okay.
Yep.
So, I believe.
And if you successfully grapple him, I can tie him up with a rope.
So, is this my athletics versus your acrobatics?
That sounds good.
Okay. Please, D&D Beyond, don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Don't fuck me. Please don't fuck me.
All I
Hey,
can think of
dirty
is
20. Not bad.
I rolled a 9.
Oh!
all I could think of is Marisha and Critical Role. Don't fuck me, Gil.
At this point, I went into it calmly. I told him that he had options. He went, and knowing that he's an older gentleman, and I know that I think he's just a regular old gentleman, even if he has powers or like super stats, I don't know. I just gently put a hand on him and just go, no. No watermelon. It's over. I, frankly, I have every right to just teleport us out to the agency and just report in person. I was letting you try to leave peacefully, but now, you know what? We can avoid all the violence. And again, you're not getting the animals. Just take the money you have that you got from me already from your. I look outside and see that his son, who I named him grandson, is gone. I assume wherever he went, just go.
The toads are in pursuit of the kid, by the way. I gave them standing orders to eat up, and they're going to follow that order until they get a different order.
Okay.
So 2 giant toads are chasing a nondescript kid.
I can only imagine that's more chaotic outside than what's actually happening in this tent.
Uh-huh.
Just 2 giant frogs are hopping and chasing this fucking kid that's running like a maniac through this place.
Yeah, these things are like the size of like 2 smart cars, like the little scrunched up smart cars side by
Well,
side.
wouldn't they
Just
hit a point? Because
boom.
aren't we still inside caves? Or are we outside at this point? I thought we were still inside of the cave stuff.
I
No, you guys
don't.
are in like a makeshift tent that's just kind of tacked up against the actual pet adoption tent.
Oh.
And he crawled under the tent to get outside. So I don't know how the toads got out.
Oh, they would have just barreled through. They.
Oh, so
Right,
they
but
take
I
everything
gave-
and
I
The
everything
gave
problem
them-
is
in this
it's a
tent.
tent.
They have a standing leap of 20 feet. They're going to
Cregan,
basically.
I don't think
Right,
you want.
you
I don't think
can't
you've
leap
seen a
over
circus
tent.
tent in real life. I've put these up for a living. If they plowed through any side or roof, the whole tent goes down. The whole tent would go down. I'm telling you this as a person who constructed these things. There's no way you can get off of it.
Hmm.
And I do not know the mechanics of tents. So I don't know if they're like leaping into it
I
will be
assume this
strong
whole
enough
thing
to
goes
break
down and we
it
all
out.
are like covered in tent topping.
I think
Well,
if they're trying to follow him, they're
I mean, there is a
probably
door we came through. You could just be like, that way, and they just go out the door.
yeah, they would just have to double time it through the door, which means that they'd be moving a little bit slower. They'd be doing double speed.
You'd think that they have a better leap.
They
than
they
their-
got a
the run.
leap than their ground movement. Yeah.
Hop on top of the buildings and just suplex
it would
his
they would
ass.
have to they'd have to go back because you guys went from 3 to 12. And Ralphie crawled under the tent.
You could star frog him.
So if they went through the entrance, they'd have to go back. They'd have to backpedal a little bit and go around.
Yeah.
Okay.
So he would have a head start, but with their leap and double movement, if they get a beat on them, it's going to be a problem for that kid.
Right.
And these things exist summoned by me for how long?
Do they have a reached tongue attack?
They just basically have an attack and a swallow. Concentration up to an hour they can stay around.
Okay. Well, Pap is currently gnashing his teeth. Gnashing of teeth.
Yeah. So after I watch the kid run and the toads give pursuit, I come walking in. I'm like, so here's the thing: if you have any concern for your grandkid, son, whatever the hell he is, and you don't want him to be toad chow, might want to listen to these two. He may have run, but those things are quick when they leap.
How are you holding on to him, Denatos?
Oh, I have basically, it's like a hand on his like corner of the neck to shoulder. So, and I'm standing behind him, so I have my hand like that.
Okay.
Almost like a Vulcan nerve pinch.
Yeah, well, it's more like I'm like right here on him.
Yeah. He's just kind of growling at you guys.
And I'm gonna check on the animals.
They seem okay. A little like frightened by kind of all the racket. But they seem like they're in healthy condition.
Mm.
He doesn't seem so concerned about the kid. More upset that we pinched him.
He's not talking. He's just "Arr."
Should we call Kurt? I think we should call Kurt because
We should call her.
I'm sure one of the residents of this area would love to know that there was an illicit animal selling ring here in his hometown when he's an actual agency clerk.
It's gonna be Kurt's
He's higher
best
up on the
friend. It's gonna
he's
be Kurt's
higher up
best
on the
friend or his own
he's
family member.
he's higher up
Guarantee it.
on the agency rankings than us.
Are you calling Kurt?
I'm basically saying all this and seeing if there's any change in demeanor before doing it.
Well, we fucked around and we found out. Let's find out.
So you're calling Kurt?
He changed no demeanor when I called this out.
No.
Okay. Who wants to make the call?
Kurt, mind coming to us, buddy?
There can be no distractions. I'm finalizing the costumes.
We found an illicit animal dealer. I don't know what to call this. Bad man treating animals badly. Rare animals.
I am finishing the costumes. You're causing the racket. You are very capable. I know you can take care of it.
Oh, awesome. Thank you. He said that we can do what we like. I just start menacingly laughing behind this guy.
Meanwhile, I unlock the cages somehow. Open the cages.
Don't let the goose out. I mean, until we can get proper, that one definitely needs containment. I think. I mean, let's be real. I love animals, but seriously, don't let the ooze out. You don't fuck around and ooze.
But it looks so sad. I need to
kinda-
let it out.
It's like doop, doop, doop at you.
Okay.
Just a little boop, boop.
What? Is it like, are you able to like get a finger in?
Oh yeah.
My fingers are way too big for this, so I look at Nick, I'm like, put your finger in there, touch it.
I
Do
do.
it. Do it. Touch the goose. Touch
I don't know if it.
it.
Would I know if I were to touch it if it would do anything?
I go off of, it's like lore. It's the shit like you hear. It's like I hear people just die when you touch it because it's an ooze creature, and ooze creatures instantly kill you. It's like the most exaggerated version of the lore that they have is what I think of. Because in modern day worlds, all lore has to be exaggerated to some points. This is Denatos. It's like you will instantly die. Your hand will turn into mush.
Here's my thing. If it feels like, oh, I'm being let out, this is someone who is doing something nice for me. Can it control if it were to burn you with its acid body? That is my question.
I can pull out my special animal handling gloves.
Yeah, I think you're gonna need the special animal handling gloves. I definitely think you are okay to take them and love them. But I think this one will require a little more
Caution.
Careful. Yeah, that's the word.
I just pulled
Okay.
up the Goo Goose and he looks so cute and derpy.
Oh,
He's so
he's
derpy.
Except for there's literally a skull in its belly.
It's so cute.
It's adorable.
I'm not saying it's not adorable. I'm just saying there's a skull in the belly.
I
You just got to
just
remember.
noticed that. I thought that was different shading. I didn't. I zoomed
It's
out and
clever.
saw it because I was zoomed in real close.
It's really, really clever.
I swear to God, it looks like a ooze turned into a weird creature and it's trying to eat a potato.
It's so cute.
It's like bulby where its beak is.
Yeah, I'm gonna start opening the cages and put my gloves on.
I just love the
yeah,
one that
that's-
you were like. It's just the thanks a lot is so ridiculous. That is just.
So we're gonna keep.
I have a small obsession with axolotls because of Minecraft, so thank you for this one.
Yes. So as you unlock all the cages, the Thaxolotl is just gonna kind of climb up and sit on your head.
No.
The moss kitten is just like sleeping on your shoulder. And you're kind of cradling the Goo Goose in your hands.
Thanks a lot.
So you've got Pap Pap in a hold. You've got the creatures. There is screaming coming from not just inside the tent, but outside the tent. Kurt is probably in panic mode somewhere. What would you all like to do now?
Let me see something with my spell, by the way. I got to make sure that. Yeah, after those things get about 60 feet away from me, they're no longer well, wait, do they stay in my control
The
until
pop
I
in me takes out the manacles and places pop in the manacles. But I also I have him in the front of there, and I have a jacket. I throw it over his arms and tell him to hold it like this so it doesn't look like he has them on. I'm trying to give him some dignity.
There's got to be some sort of like security booth, right?
So hold on. Are you
Unless
no
this
longer
whole thing is just one like giant fucking rogues.
are you no longer holding on to him?
Well, no, I'd be holding on to him, but I've had the manacles on so he can't like do
Right, so
semantic spellcasting.
How are you holding him right now? Like when you went to put the manacles on him, how did you move? How
So
did
I
that...
one hand on, manacles on one hand, reaching over, hands go down. Now I'm holding his wrist, and then by the time I'm done, I'm holding his arm. So it goes here, down
So
to...
you never... Was there any point that you were not touching him anymore?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. Because it's like, you always have to have the wrist, and then you just grab it, and then you grab the other wrist, put them together, put his thing over, and then I'm holding him by his arm.
Okay.
I've gotten manhandled like that once by a cop, so I know. Fun.
Do you lose control of the toads?
No, it was I was checking to see if there's a range. It's just they stick to either the order that they were given or defend themselves against attackers, one or the other, and until the spell ends or the duration ends. Which
Okay.
means if I just cancel the spell because I'm holding concentration on it,
Yep.
they would go away.
Okay. All right. So what are we doing with Pap Pap?
Yeah, we're going out to see where this place has like guards or whatever.
Okay.
I swear to God, if this is a thieves guild or something like that, and we're now gonna have to run out of here, I'm going to look very angrily at.
So here's the thing. There's not typically a lot of crime here. And because it's considered a holiday. The people who aren't, besides the people who are running their stands, everyone like has the day off. So you find what would be like the equivalent of the law enforcement of the village. But they're closed for the day.
Okay. I have a few
can't hear you, Nick.
ideas.
Do we tie him to a tree?
I was literally thinking that. I literally was about to say that. That was my. Should we take him off into the woods, find him a lovely place to look at, and we just wrap his hands around the tree and manacle him to the tree? Because it was either that, or because I don't think we've ever done this.
There are like
since-
pillars holding, like there's like a little porch and pillars.
Actually,
So if you
before
just
Well, I
wanted
wanted
to
something
tie him
thick
to-
where it's like this guy can't climb up, he can't, and no one's like everyone's far away, and even if this guy gets out, at least at that point, you know,
Well, it's still kind of it's still in the town like square area. So it's not like the people are far away from you. And like I said, even if thing
yeah,
or your porch, the pillar, it goes to the roof. So if you tied him to that, he's not really going to be able to like get out.
we could tie him to the police station door with a sign around his neck with his crime on it. And someone would have to be forced to come by eventually. It's like, Dan, I know it's your day off, but could you just go down to the station? Because I swear to goodness, there's just a man tied up down there. Yeah, all right, I'll go.
so before we decide to like tie him up and leave him for the locals to take care of, I say we check to see what he's got on him.
You're gonna
'Cause
hold on. So you guys,
He's not dead,
you're
Marius.
you're arresting him
Yeah.
for trying to steal or sell animals,
Mm,
and then you're gonna steal from him?
Well, we hold on. As a god of the city,
confiscate confiscate evidence.
Yes, you have to make sure to evaluate the currency. I one time ran into a wizard. I thought I patted him down, and all of a sudden, wham! A sheath wand came out and almost zapped me with a fireball.
Yeah, we don't want this guy literally to just pull like a trick out of his sleeve, so to speak, and then when we tell somebody, oh yeah, by the way, there's a criminal over at the station tied up waiting for you. They're like, there was nobody there. Thanks for making us go on our time on our day off to do nothing.
Pop. Hey, Pop. So you cast magic now, right? You cast magic? You're a strong magical user?
Nah, gashing our teeth.
Hello. What's your name?
Hello? Can you hear me now?
Oh, I was saying hello. Can you? What's your name to pop out?
Yeah. Have you tied him up or are you holding him?
Well, I'm still holding him.
Okay. Yeah, he's just gashing at us.
Oh. Okay. So I guess I'll just I'll find a very thick post that I know that this guy can't like get out of, and I'll hold on to him with one wrist, unlock one manacle, wrap him around, put his arm back on, and now he's stuck. He can't go anywhere.
Okay.
And I just look at the group. Didn't that kid say he'd make us forget, right? That's what he said.
That's yeah,
Um,
he did make a threat of that.
as you guys look around, um, um, you can see the toads just kind of hopping in the distance away.
Do either one of them look like they're a little fuller?
No,
Damn.
if you look really, really high in the air, you see a bird.
Does it look natural to this region?
Um, yeah.
Or would that be a nature check then?
I don't, it'd be so high up and it'd be so far. I don't even know if you can
Okay.
make out exactly what it is.
That's fair.
Um, and at this point, if you turn to look then back at Pat, he's gone.
The fuck? What?
And you see a little rat wriggling through some floorboards.
Bitch.
And that
Jinx.
is where we will take our break. So we will be back here in 10 minutes.
Sorry. Right. Yeah. Bye, everybody. I'll see you soon. Sorry. Bye, everybody. We'll see you soon.
Bye.
That was you.
Yeah, we're good.
Oh, okay.
We're ready. Welcome back. So here's tea. We left off. We're at Fun Time Festival in Kurt's hometown. Um, we may have caused some chaos at the pet adoption center. All the animals are now on the loose. But that's fun. Found some new friends to adopt and may have gotten tricked by some druids. But we are back now from break, and that's where we left off. So y'all spend some time going around the festival, trying out some food, looking at the shops. And as call time approaches, you all make your way to the competitor's tent. And when you go inside, there's like a registration desk, and then there's signs for each group. Kurt's waiting outside the door of your tent, tapping his foot. When he sees the three of you, he just kind of motions for you to follow him, and he goes into your group section. And inside there's a table, and it's like a charcuterie board, but like just the entire table is charcuterie. There's pillows, there's couches, there's blankets, there's chairs, like it's a really cozy waiting area. And then each member of each group has their own little dressing room. So then there's 4 little rooms off of that. When Kurt gets in, he grabs a bundle and hands each of you a costume and points you each to a dressing room. Once you are all dressed and ready, you make your way over to the entrance to the stage. This is like Colosseum, think like a gladiator ring. It's kind of like not an octagon, but the one with 6 sides. Because I know my shapes. There's 2 tunnels that you go in, one you go in, one you go out. There's also stairs that lead up. So there's like 2 tunnels, and then the other 2 edges or corners have stairways. So there's like a little gate that separates like the bottom ground to the stairs that lead up. So like you can't just go in and out. But like theater in the round, like a football field, arenas type of vibe. You enter through one tunnel, you go out through the other tunnel right across the way. You have your dress rehearsal and it goes great. You guys are rocking it. You're feeling really confident in what you're doing. And with that, you make your way back. You have a couple minutes to just kind of relax, and then they announce that they are starting the competition. The first group, you don't ever see them, but you hear that they did some sort of like juggling routine. It went okay. Apparently, one of their group members wasn't very good and was standing in for someone else and may have dropped a lot of the items they were juggling. The next group brought a pool on stage and did a synchronized swimming routine, which, by the sounds of the applause from the audience, went over very smoothly. At this point, you guys have been ushered into the waiting area. You guys are going 4th out of 4. So they have you kind of in that your next situation or room area. And as you all make your way there, you see the third group heading to the tunnel. Their figures wearing green cloaks, and they all kind of almost seem to float by. And 3 of them are like average height. One's a little bit taller, except for one who appears to be the size of a child. Kurt kind of follows them through the tunnel so you can stand in a spot where the audience can't see you, but you can kind of still see what they're doing.
Hmm.
And they perform a dance and song routine. Think like Willows from the Eras tour. That's definitely it looks like a witchy song and dance kind of thing is what they're doing. You hear the applause. You're making your way back into the tunnel so you can do your big grand entrance. You hear the announcer call out. And now we welcome our last group, Kurt and the Kurtz. There's a round of applause. Kurt looks at each of you. All right. We have to win. Get ready. Grand entrance. Here we go. You make your way out through the tunnel the way you'd rehearsed because Kurt was very specific on the way you needed to walk out of the tunnel. All right, everyone. Starting positions. And right before Nick begins to play the lute, you all hear a howl coming from every direction.
Damn it.
Now, Kurt wanted you all to start with kind of your heads down in a cool pose. So, you know, Kurt would be very angry if you move from your starting position. So, you can't see what's going on yet, but you can hear gasps from the audience, a couple of screams, but it doesn't sound like anyone is moving. Nick, you're supposed to start playing the lute now. Do you start playing the lute?
I do.
The music starts. You all begin your routine, and you see a pack of wolves advancing. Now, there's 4 stairways leading through the audience. At each of the entrances, there are 4 wolves. They leap over the gate, and the little security person at each gate. And they are now on the stage. They are beginning to advance on you. And it seems that they are trotting to the beat of the music. The 3 of you have noticed this. Kurt is very engrossed in the routine. He does not realize what is going on.
Would I have taken my wild shape form at this point?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So I'm a velociraptor currently. All right.
And I will send you all an image of...
No, I should say clawfoot raptor. That's what the description is called.
I'll send you all an image so you can get an idea of what the map looks like. It's not really a map, I just did a sketch. Shall we roll initiative?
Can I try animal handling first?
You can.
It's said when the creature that I have the shape of has a better dex and strength than my character does.
I got a 19.
16.
Oh.
I'm gonna say that because the wolves are grouped off in groups of 4, you can go after one specific group.
I'll go after the ones. Are they like in front of each of us?
Yeah, I sent a picture of what it'll look like. So y'all are in the center of the kind of arena area. The tunnels are to your left and to your right. And then there's the 2 corners here and 2 corners at the bottom.
I'll go after the ones on the bottom right.
Bottom right. Okay. Standard.
right, initiatives. I got a 12.
Yeah, and I got a 9 for initiative.
Denatos, what did you roll? What?
16.
Okay.
A big old 1-6.
Okay. And Marius rolled a 12.
Mm-hmm.
Denatos, you are up first then.
All right. So okay.
And the
So
way we're gonna do this is I won't have each individual wolf go. I'll have them work as like a pack.
Mhm.
So instead of having 16 wolves go, it'll be the group of 4. Okay.
So the thing that's going through Tim's mind about this scene is he looks down at Kurt and then looks over at the wolf that's on stage and he just goes, okay, what can I do that would be in conjunction to him? So the only thing in my mind that I have is I just like ballerina toe dance. Smash! Like I'm going to use an attack, but still be like dancing after that to try to keep appearance of what's happening. To also see maybe if these, because the
So
crowd is
you're
watching them dance like rhythmically with the music, so maybe they think it's for the performance.
you're 30 feet away from any wolves.
Yep.
So which group of wolves, if
Well,
you're
you
gonna
said that
move
there
to
was one on stage, so I assume I have 40
so
feet of movement. So
each group of 4 has stepped onto the stage, but you're basically in the center and they're basically right at the stage point where those stairs start.
yeah, so I'll just like kind of dance trot over to them while still
Are
looking at
you?
the audience and
But which
smiling.
group of 4?
I'll go group 1. I don't know where you have them
Okay.
positioned, so it's the closest one to me.
Okay.
So again, I tiptoe dance, and then I go for inferred attack.
Okay.
Um, so there's 4 wolves in this pack that are standing in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so okay. Okie dokie. Denatos looks at these wolves and will make a first attack on the first wolf. And I will sink a key point for a and a harm. Oh, it's when I. Okay, so I use it on. That's good. Unarmed strike. 22.
That will definitely hit.
Okay. Oh yeah, we're definitely going to use one of the key points then for the Hands of Harm for another d6. So okay, so that one took 8 points of damage on the first strike.
Okay.
On the second one,
Attack the same wolf.
well, same wolf second attack.
Yep.
11.
To hit.
Yeah.
Meets it, beats it.
Ooh, that's a 10 points to that wolf. Still up?
So you did 8 and 10?
Yeah, 18 total.
Yeah, that wolf is out.
Okay. And then looks at the next wolf and does a little trot. It'll use my key point to do a Fury of Blows for another 2 attacks against this wolf.
Sounds good.
That's gonna be an 8. I'm gonna take a chaos die in this. Is that cool?
Yeah, that's fine.
I want to hit these things. Chaos is D6. It's 5. So 8, 5, 13.
That hits.
Another 10 points to that one. And for the second attack, a 13 again. And another 6. I just rolled 4 6s back to back to back to back for my
Alright, well-
max attack.
Took out 2 wolves.
And I just go back up to the dancing mode of exactly where we were in the in the
Of what
dancing.
you were doing.
Yeah, I'm not
Okay.
stopping. I'm making it look like it's a part of it.
Sounds good. So, it is now the group of wolves that you went after's turn to attack.
Mhm.
So they are going to go after you.
Oh! Oh no! Oh no!
What?
There's a critical thing here for everybody and I don't want to be the bearer of bad news. We were given costumes. We do not have our armor and other things on.
You do because it was like a battle dance kind of thing.
Okay, I didn't know
Yeah.
what was this. It's like, oh shit, we got costumes. I don't have my AC. No.
Yeah, no, you're good. You have your things. I think it was more of like it starts as a dance battle and then it turns into an actual battle with Wraith winning the battle. So you have your things. Does an 11 hit you?
No.
Okay. Okay, so then second Wolfie boy attacks you. It's gonna be 22.
Yeah, that was hit me.
Okay. So that's 7 points of damage for you. Are you considered a creature?
No, I'm a humanoid.
Right? Okay,
We're
cool.
humanoids.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, so then that's that wolf's turn. Then we go to the upper. Nope, I made that note wrong. My lower right is next then. So Nick, these are the wolves that you are attempting to animal handle. So they're just kind of like stepping in place to the beat and they're kind of doing that head turn thing at you and kind of looking at each other. They seem confused.
Okay.
They don't necessarily seem like frenzies. But they're not like coming for you. So they're gonna stay where they're at. Marius, it is your turn.
All right. On the map, which group was it that Danatus is working on?
So Denatos is in the upper right. And,
Okay.
and then Nick is in the lower right.
And am I kind of just in the center still, or am
Yep,
I
you all started in the center.
okay? let's see. I don't have multi-attack according to this, but they're all about 30 feet from us, each group. So if I make a successful attack, I get a pounce attack on it as well, which will knock a target prone. Yeah, why not? We'll do that. We'll try and whittle down the group that Danatos is working on by doing a basically the running attack, which is I basically charge forward the full 30, and then I make my claw attack, and if I succeed in the hit, I get the pounce on top of it.
Okay.
So here we go. That is a 13.
That hits.
2d6 plus 3. Come on. Uh, 8. Yeah, 8 damage.
Okay.
And it needs to make a DC 13 saving throw, or else it's knocked prone.
What saving throw?
DC 13 strength. Oh, that's neat.
Well, it made a 7, so.
So it flopped.
Oh yeah, it's down.
Okay.
On the
So
ground.
if the target is prone, the clawfoot raptor can make a bite attack as a bonus action. So we'll bonus action bite chompy chomps. That's a natural 20. Oh no.
Yep.
That poor boy is about to get 2d4 doubled plus 3. That's 9 points of chompy damage.
Yep. That wolf is out.
So yeah, that's as you just see, you hear the chirping as I just charge up, claw, and then jump down, like knock it down, and just.
Is that your turn?
Yep, that's all I get.
Fantastic. All right. So, seeing their pals being hurt on the other side, the wolves that are in that lower left corner are going to move their 40 feet towards Denatos and Marius. So they would be 20 feet away from you all. And that is going to be their turn. And then it will be Nick's turn.
So I'm still playing the lute. So I can't really attack. And I'm currently animal handling 1 pack of wolves.
Mm-hmm.
Can I do another one as well, or
I think
am I just solely focusing on that 1 pack?
you would be solely focusing on that one because there are 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why, even though you rolled really high, if it was just 1 wolf, it would have been fine. But because it's 4,
right.
that's why I was that hesitant.
So I'm just gonna hold my action, and keep playing the lute.
And Marius, and since that is significantly closer, all 4 of them will make their way over to you both. So 2 of them will attack Denatos and 2 of them will attack Marius. So Denatos will do you first. So first boy, rolled a natural 20.
Look at those.
So that'll be I can do math. 12 points of damage.
Mm-hmm.
Second one, unnatural 20. So then that'll be another 7 points of damage. Marius, for you. Oh, well, that's a 10.
In my current form, I have a 14 AC because of the Raptors
Well,
AC.
the second one will hit you. So
Okay.
that'll be 7 points of damage.
All right,
Um,
I'm still in Raptor form.
is yeah, it's 7 points of piercing damage. Um, is the is the raptor considered a creature?
It is considered a beast.
Okay, then we're good. All right, so that is the wolves' turns. So then it goes back up to Denatos.
Another 4 attacks against these wolves.
Which do you want to go for? So there's the one that's prone. Just kidding, that one's dead. There's one from the original group, and there's 4 new ones now.
Let's finish off my first group.
Okay.
Alright, first attack. Fucking 16. Hell yeah.
That'll hit.
Uh, 6 points of damage for that one.
How many?
Yeah, 6 points for the first attack. For the second attack, that's a 19 to hit. For 7 points of damage.
All right. And that one is out then.
Alright, I look over to the new group, approach them, go to 1, we'll say.
Okay.
Fury of Blows attack. 21 to hit.
That hits.
And for the second attack, we just roll 11 to hit.
The 11 doesn't hit.
Does not hit. 10 points. We'll also sink another key point to do a Hand of Harm, doing an extra d6 plus 4 to him. So that will be an extra 9 points of damage. So that last attack was 19 points total.
Yeah, that guy's out.
And that's my turn.
All right. So that takes out that wolf pack's turn. Nick, the wolf, did you move closer to the pack you're animal handling at all?
Like slightly,
Okay.
just try to keep their focus on me.
Maybe like 5 feet.
Yeah.
Okay. So they're gonna move forward. So now there's 5 feet between you and the wolves. They're still not attacking. They still seem confused.
No.
Yeah. Yeah. Marius, then that's your turn.
Okay. So we wiped the one that was Denatos's pack that he was fighting.
Mm-hmm.
The other pack that was closest to us to the left, is that still at full strength or is that down by any?
That has 3 left.
Okay, so it's a one, it's down by a quarter. Okay. I can't do bite and pounce this time if I stay in raptor form. Another hit would likely drop me from this form. Um, hmm. Yeah, we're gonna drop the form as a free action. Is there one standing like right next to me so that if I were to try and like step away or cast a spell, I'd be at a disadvantage or have an opportunity attack on me?
I mean, you're all within 5 feet of each other.
Okay, so I couldn't step away reasonably so that I would have easier chance at hitting these things with a spell.
No, they were close enough where they could move over to you all in their first action, and because you were attacking, their group, they came straight over.
Cool, cool. Then, oh, actually, I keep forgetting. Well, not keep forgetting. I just briefly forgot that I have Starlight Step. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to just teleport. Like you just see the shimmer of the constellations around Marius swirl, and he now is about 30 feet back in the direction that the wolves came from, and then flicks his hand up and you see a dagger of ice form, and he flicks an ice knife at the wolf closest towards him away from Danatos, so that when the ice knife hits, it'll not explode into Danatos as well. So I'm targeting one of the dagger closest to one of the ones near me. Is a +6 attack. Let's see. Is a 12
That does not hit.
balls. That was action, bonus action. So that was it. Yeah, not going to move any further away. I figured that thing.
How far away did you move?
It's a 30-foot teleport. I
Okay.
didn't step back any further.
Did you move back towards the center?
I went in the direction that the pack of wolves that came to us was coming from. So they were the upper left, you said. So I went towards that corner.
There aren't any wolves over there, so that's where
I
you went.
know. Yeah, I went there. I went basically like trying to bait them away from
Yep.
Danatos a little bit.
Okay. Um.
Actually, let me just see if Ice Knife has any on a hit, and then the shard explodes. So on a hit or miss, the shard then explodes the target and each creature within 5 feet. Oh, that's wild. Okay, so on a hit or miss, the shard explodes and each creature within 5 feet of the target must make a dex saving throw or suffer 2d6 cold damage.
What's the dex?
That would be my spell save DC, which is 14.
Okay, both of the wolves fail.
Okay. 3 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Well, at least I did something to get their attention other than just run away.
Um. My lower left pack then is going to split. Two of them are going to go to Marius, and two of them are going to go to Denatos. So same thing, 2 for each of you. So 23 Denatos.
Oh yeah, it's definitely going to hit. Oh,
Denatos.
sorry.
It's me, Brian.
My brain.
It's okay.
My brain.
23 to hit.
You asked like that was a question.
Well, I just want to be sure.
If I'm level 5 and had 23 AC, I'd be more of a nightmare as the player for you in this game. Trust me.
So the other one also rolled a 23, so it'll be 14 points of damage in total.
Cool.
And then Marius, 17 to hit.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
the
he's not
will
not
also,
very well shielded.
so 14 points of damage then
Okay.
for you as well. And that brings us to Nick. So there's 5 feet between you and the other pack of wolves.
And they still seem confused.
Yeah, but they seem like they're kind of coming to a consensus here.
Consensus on in which direction? Like more hostile or
You're kind of starting to see the lip curling up in a growl.
okay. Are they surrounding me?
No, they're kind of just in a line,
Okay.
but like 2 and 2.
Mhm. Okay, so how do I do something to them and keep playing my lute?
If you have to stop playing the lute, that is okay.
But Kurt will be sad.
It could be mad, really.
I mean, if you stop playing for like 3 seconds and then start playing again.
That's true. I'm going to do Hail of Thorns.
Okay.
Let me just make sure real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Hail of Thorns on myself and then go back to playing the lute.
What
I-
does Hail of Thorns do?
So I basically cast it on myself, and then the next time I hit a creature with a ranged weapon attack before the spell ends, this spell creates a rain of thorns that sprouts from your ranged weapon or ammunition, in addition to the normal effect of the attack. The target of the attack and each creature within 5 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw, and they take 1d10 piercing damage on a failed save and half as much on a successful one.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And that's on the next attack you make.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Is that your turn then?
Yep.
Fabulous. And then that brings me to the upper group that is currently over by Denatos. So that'll be 3 wolfy boys.
Right.
And those were both ones. 17?
Mm-hmm.
That hits?
Yep.
Okay. And the third one hits as well. So 14 points of damage there as well.
Okay.
And Denatos, it is now your turn.
Oh no, I'm fully down.
Oh,
Yep, I had 2 hit points before you did me in for 14, which
oh
if the
no.
first one would have hit me, it probably would have been halfway through my hit point maximum, and I would have been fully dead.
Okay. Denatos is down.
So it was down on that turn. I'm now immediately making a death saving throw for my turn. Just so you know.
Yep.
Okay, here we go. 16. It's a save.
Yay.
I like how they mapped it out on the app. At the top right is a little box and a tiny little dice button that you can press. Like, I know you can't see it, but it's very cute. It reminds me of like a scoreboard for baseball.
Right. All right.
That's all I can do.
Okay. So then it is the wolves by Nick. Does your spell, is it visible? Is it something they can see?
I don't know. I mean, it's basically a buff to myself.
Okay. And if they attack you, does that give you extra, or does that like hurt them at all?
No, no. It just requires me to be concentrated. So
Okay. So you have got 4 wolves coming at you then. Okay.
Cool.
17.
yep, that hits.
Second one will hit. What number is that? Does an 8 hit? Okay, and that's then ones. So 14 points of damage then. And that brings us to Marius.
Yep. I see Thanatos go down and I immediately just um kind of wig out a little bit like, wait, Big Britches, he's down. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. And I use my second of my 3 Starlight steps to behind him the 30 feet so that
You're only 20 feet away from him.
okay. Well then, like I'm like directly behind him, away from the wolves, if I can. Or would that not?
You'd have to Starlight step if you wanted to get behind him.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
because that way I would still have my own movement. And I reach down and I hit him with my 3rd level, my last of my 3 levels, because I used the conjure animals or yeah, I used my conjure animals earlier, so that burnt that. For a cure wounds. Come on, give me some good dice rolls on these D8s, please. That's not terrible. Got 16 hit points coming back to you, big boy. I liked it. I just lean down, I press my hand on your chest, and I go, "The show's not over yet, my friend," and just pump the healing magic into you. And then I just go jazz hands and back away from the wolves. The
Okay.
full 30 that I have left.
You won't be able to back away. Because you're like in the corner of the wall now. So basically, because the wolves came from the direction that you were in, where you started at your turn, Denatos is basically in the corner and the wolves are on this side, the wall is on this side. And because you went behind Denatos, you're basically between Denatos and the wall.
I couldn't like hunker down the side.
I mean, you could try, but there's 3 wolves right there.
Bitch, I'm a humanoid, not a sandbag thing like fucking turret with going behind.
So one of the wolves would get an opportunity attack if you tried going around the corner.
Only one of them. Yeah, I would risk getting hit by one instead of having all 3 kind of like giving me the evil eye for bringing back their meal ticket.
Okay. Ooh. 12 to hit.
That's going to miss.
Okay.
So I just go whoop, 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 through the Zoidberg run.
Do you want to go back in the direction you came or the other way?
Nope, going the other way this time.
Okay, so now you are 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
So you're about 15 feet away from the wolves and about 5 feet, well, 10 feet away from Nick
Okay.
with where you're at. And then that brings
Shit's getting bad. Shit's getting bad. You just hear me yelling as I'm running.
Um, um, seeing you going that way, that group of 4 is going to head in your direction, in Nick's direction.
Loving it.
So we've got one group that's about 10 feet from you, and the other group is going to be about 10 feet away from where Nick's at. And then now it is Nick's turn.
All right. So they're all too close for me to use my longbow. So I'm just gonna do both of my swords. I'm gonna put my loot down, take my rapier and my short sword, and attack the pack closest to me
Okay.
with two-handed fighting. Yeah, two-weapon fighting.
Okay.
Shoot. Does an 18 hit?
Yeah.
That would be 11 damage.
Okay. That's one wolf down.
Cool. So with my other sword, does an 11 hit?
No.
Okay. Sure. At least I got one.
Woohoo. Okay, so get my just a second. Okay. So 2 of the wolves are going to move over to Marius. And the one is going to stay by Denatos. That will be 19. So that'll be 7 points of damage then, Denatos. And it is now your turn.
My turn.
So you've got one wolf by you. And then there are 4 about 20 feet away from you.
Okay. Did you say it just took 7 more points of damage also?
Yep.
Okay.
The wolf by you just bit you.
Let's just check. Pocket duck. That's a miss. That's a 10. That's 21 for the second attack.
That'll hit.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
Fury blows. 13.
That hits.
Come on. 5 points of damage.
That takes it out.
Run over to the next one.
Okay.
Yeah. Punch that one in the face.
What was that?
I said I punched that one in the face.
All right, sounds good.
11 to hit.
That misses.
Alright, that's my turn.
All right. Alrighty. So Nick, it is now the wolves by your turn. There's 3 left. 12. That's a 20, not natural one. And another unnatural 20. So that's 14 points of damage. How are you doing?
I'm hurting, but I might survive this next onslaught.
Okay. So that's the wolf's turn. So now it's Marius's turn.
Who is on a bio break.
Oh, okay. Wolves don't have a language, I guess.
Is it Mary's this time? Am I winning?
What?
Okay.
Aw, he's a baby. He's a baby. Just a little baby. Um, would you guys be opposed if I skipped Mary's turn and we came back to him when he got back?
That's not bad.
Okay. So, then it would be my group 3 wolves. So 2 of them are gonna move closer to you, Nick. So you're kind of starting to be surrounded by the Wolfie boys. the one you punched, Denatos, is going to come after you because you punched him. And that will hit. So that will be 7 points of damage.
Okay.
And then the other one is going to attack Marius. I don't think an 11 hits him. But I will check. No, it does not. So then Nick, it is your turn now.
Alrighty. I'm going to again do my slicing. And I'm going to attack one of the wolves with my rapier. 21. Does that hit? Okay. That'll be 10 damage.
Fabulous.
And then next up, does a 12 hit?
No.
All right.
But that wolf you just hit is like not doing well at all. Looks pretty bad, actually. So then my next group of wolfy boys are both going to attack Marius. First
Back.
one won't
Sorry.
hit. It's so good. But the second one will. Meets it, beats it. So Marius. Actually, Marius, I'll have you go, and then based on how that turn goes, either you'll take damage from that wolf or you won't.
Okay.
Okay.
How many wolves are near me at the current point?
4.
So I'm basically surrounded. Sweet.
You're not
Um,
surrounded. They're kind of in a straight line.
okay, so um where are Denatos and Nick in relation to me?
So Nick is about 10 feet away from you, to your lower left. And there are 5 wolves over there, but one looks like really bad shape. There's 2 wolves that are right in front of you, 2 more wolves that are closer to 10 feet away, and then Denatos is behind those wolves about 15 feet away from you.
Okay, so basically they're both far enough away from me that if I were to drop my thunder wave, they're not going to be in it because that's a 15-foot cubes. Wait, is it? Yeah, it's centered around me. Okay, cool.
Denatos would be hit with that. It would
What-
depend on where you're. Is it a cube or is it a?
It's a cube.
So you're the center of the cube,
Mm-hmm.
and it goes 15 feet, 15 feet, 15 feet, 15 feet.
Yes.
Yeah, then
It-
Denatos would be within 15 feet.
Would I be able to
15
move
foot
in such a way to get it
If you
A
to?
move-
15-foot
if-
cube is a 3 by 3 by 3 by 3. Because each square is a 5-foot, so that'd be 5, 10, 15. You're the center point of that 15-foot radius cube. So that'd be 10, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 5, 10, 15, 5,
Yeah.
10, 15. So it's
If you
a
move-
3 by 3 by 3.
If you move back 5 feet, you'll hit.
Which would mean that one of them would get a swing at me, probably.
No, there's no wolves behind. Well,
In front of me, there are. So if I had a,
two wolves would be able to get an opportunity to attack. But then when you cast that, Denatos would not be hit, and all 4 would.
okay, yeah, no, that's fine. It's worth the risk.
I got 2 hit points again.
All right, so that's not going to hit because I rolled, and that's also not going to hit you. So
Okay.
You didn't get hit.
Deep breaths from Marius that they didn't get hit by the two wolves. This is going to be a 14 con saving throw for all the wolves that are in this cube. Because I'm
Okay,
using
two of
this.
them fail. All four fail.
Okay, so they're all going to be hit with the thunder wave. In addition, unsecured objects, blah blah blah. Thunderous boom, audible out to 300 feet. So yeah, this is going to be heard by a lot of people. 14 points of thunder damage to all the wolves.
Okay, well, all of those wolves are gone.
Woo! And are we as? Oh no, wait a minute. I'm not. Well, yeah, no. I'm gonna just save it for now. I was like, can we bonus action potions for ourselves? I'm like, nope. I'm not that hurt. Don't worry about it. I'm good.
Okay. So then, Nick, it is now your turn.
How many wolves are around me still?
You've got the one in front of you that's really bad, and then there's two more next to that guy, so you've got kind of three right in front of you. And then if you're looking at those guys, you've got two more to your right.
Okay. I'm going to hit two of the wolves that are looking fine
Okay.
with my rapier. 24 to hit.
That definitely hits.
And 10 damage.
Okay. So that one is also looking really not great at all. Really
Cool.
very bad. And that brings us up to Denitos.
I have one more attack still.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to.
You're good. 22 to hit.
Are you doing the same wolf or
Yeah.
one of
Same
okay.
one.
Yeah,
7.
Yeah, that one's outs. So you've got one wolf looking really bad, and then one wolf that looks really good. And then the other two. All right. Denitos. You currently have no wolves by you. You're about 30 feet away from Nick.
Oh no.
25 feet.
Um, action, hands of healing for myself. Take a d6 plus 4. Fuck. I've been rolling ones every single time. Attacks, healing. It's okay though. And I guess my bonus action will be invoke my Eldritch Claw Tattoo, which for the next minute I can attack creatures from 15 feet away. Inky tendrils launch as the reason why, and they also hit for an extra d6. And
Okay.
if I'm able to move away further, I will do that as well.
Well, you're 30 feet away from any wolves.
Yeah, I'm trying to get some distance
Okay.
for the fact that I know that I'm gonna go out next attack.
They won't be coming for you.
Well, that's his still mindset.
I know. You're good. Okay. So then it is the wolf that's looking pretty hurt is going to move back a bit. And
Oh,
the
I thought I had to activate these. I guess I don't. My wing boots just let me fly whenever they're always activated.
that's
So
it.
I guess I'll just go up to get
Okay.
out of range of biting. I'll stay
Okay.
where I was, just go up.
Up in the air. Okay. Sounds good. The one wolf that's looking good is going to attack. 18 to hit, Nick. Fabulous. So then that is 6 points of damage for you. Alrighty. And then we go to Marius.
All right. Now what wolves are left? Just the ones by Nick?
Yep. So you are 10 feet away from Nick. There's one wolf that is going to be basically 15 feet from you. Another one is going to be about 20. And then the other two are going to be about 15 feet on the other side of Nick.
All right. Hell, it worked earlier. I'll just chuck an ice knife towards the ones that are furthest from Nick so the explosion won't hit him.
Okay.
Um
They are only 5 feet away from Nick.
which is fine because if it hits one that is like just on the outside of that 5 feet, wait a minute.
It hits anything within 5 feet, correct?
Yeah, that's tricky.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I won't do that one then. Um, no, hell, I'll run up to one of the ones that's closer to me. And I tap my bow staff or my quarterstaff and cast Shillelagh on it
Okay.
because that gives it a magical bonus. Plus, it'll give it a bonus of a +3 to the to the damage if I hit. So, going to take a swing with the shillelagh. Jesus Christ! Almost dropped it on the floor. 14 to hit,
That will hit.
and that is a 1d8 +3. It's 5 damage.
Okay.
Crack. And that the bonus action was to cast Shillelagh and then the attack. So that's movement, attack, and or action, bonus action. I'm done.
Okay. Nick, the two wolves then to your right are going to attack you. That is a natural 20 for one, and then a 22 for the other. So 14 points of damage for the one, plus 10, so 24.
Yeah.
You're down. Okay. And then it's your turn. So if you want to make your first roll.
Okay, so how do I roll for that? I forget.
Drop yourself down to 0, and then you should have the death saving stuff, and then you just roll a d20 and hope that you get a 10 or above.
Okay. Ooh, okay. Cool.
Good roll? Yay. Okay. Then that brings us up to Denitos.
Awesome. I fly over, keeping my 15-foot distance enough to attack. And go after the weakest one, I'll say.
Okay. The weakest one is closer to 25 feet, but there is one out of the three that are going to be within that 15-foot range. There's one that's weaker.
Well, no, I mean, like, I'm 15 feet above. I now have 40 feet to move anywhere because I
Okay.
moved up
So you're good.
before.
You want to
I
attack the
can get
weakest
to them.
one?
I'm just trying to, like, be over them in that
Okay.
15-foot range. To attack.
Sounds good. So the
Uh,
weakest one?
Yeah, weakest one. First attack. Yay, 19.
That'll hit.
Fucking shit. 9 for the first one.
Was that a 1?
11. What?
How many points of damage?
9 for the first one.
Yeah, that one's out.
Okay. Second attack on the next one.
The next
22.
weakest.
22.
That hits.
Yeah. 7 points of damage.
And did you want that for the next weakest one?
Well, it would. I knocked out that first one, and then because you said there were 2 binding, right?
The first one that you hit was 5 feet back from the others.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, then,
there's-
yeah, whichever one.
Weakest?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
And
So
my
then that-
last key point for my Fury of Blows for this. Another 2 attacks. 22 to hit.
That'll hit.
5 points for that one. Next one. 17 to hit.
Do you want to attack the same wolf?
Oh my god! So I forgot I have my Eldritch thing, so I should be doing double damage. So let me
Okay.
just
So-
another.
That wolf, that first roll you did then, that wolf is down.
Okay.
So there's one wolf left.
All right. I do have. I think I have one more.
And you have one more attack, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's 11.
11?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 11 won't hit.
Yep, that's my turn. And I guess
we
I'll
got-
just move up since I'm out of their range.
Yep.
And if I go up, I get out of biting range.
So,
Rather convenient biting height.
so since Nick is down, this last wolf is going to go over to Marius.
Mhm.
And because there's only one left, that definitely won't hit you. That was a 2. So that's that wolf's turn. So Marius, it is now your turn.
I think as much as I know that this wolf is still a threat, I'm more concerned with the well-being of my team. So I look at it, I'm like, we'll take care of you in a minute, mister. You've been a bad boy. And I use the last of my 3 starry steps to bamf over to Nick, crouch down and just lay a hand on his chest and dump a second level cure wounds. And this is going to be 2d8 plus 3. Is 12 points of health back to you. And then I look back at the wolf and I go, bad boy, bad.
Alrighty. Nick, it is now your turn.
There's only one wolf left, right?
Yep.
Can I try animal handling with it?
After I shamed it like so hard.
You can. Just know that this is going to be a very, very high
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
report only because this is a pack that's been sent to hunt you by the deck of many things.
So that was a 15, and so I'm assuming that does not. No. All right. So, do. How close are we in our performance to being like the point where Wraith is supposed to win?
One round of combat is how long?
6 seconds.
6 seconds.
Every single round of like complete
That's
combat
why
is 6
10
seconds.
rounds is 1 minute.
So it's been 36 seconds.
So no, not yet. Okay, cool.
Not yet.
And how far is the wolf from me?
Um, it's like 7 feet away.
7 feet away. Gotcha. I'm going to use my rapier and try to kill it.
Yeah,
That'll be a 26 to hit.
that'll hit.
And that'll be 6 points of damage.
All right. It's still up.
All right, using my other sword. That is a nat 1.
That won't hit it.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I'm still recovering from being downed, you know.
Denatos.
Fly over to that wolf and come down to flying, hitting height. 2 attacks. 13.
Yep.
Yay! 8 points.
How many?
8.
And it's out.
Yay!
The
I
bodies
also
of the
start
wolves,
jiggling my booty towards the crowd.
they're
Twerking
cheering.
that.
As you all kind of look around, the bodies of the wolves are disappearing. As if they'd never been there. Kurt is in a frenzy attempting to do the routine. His facial expressions are on point, but you can tell he's muttering under his breath, like they're not making their marks, they're not making their cues. Where is everyone? Now you're all again 40 seconds-ish at this point. And your routine is like 4.5 minutes long. Are you going to jump back in?
I pick up my loot and continue where I left off.
I still literally have a wild shape left in me, so they just see Marius suddenly just go and beast out into like a freaking raptor again.
At the side of the raptor, and everyone just starting back up, almost as if nothing happened. The crowd goes crazy. Kurt seems to relax a little bit now that everyone's getting back to what they're supposed to be doing.
I'm like spinning with my tentacles coming out of my hands from the eldritch tattoos with my wing boots. I'm just like, whee, just spinning in a circle.
You all finish your routine. You end in the most dramatic poses, just as Kurt had asked for. The crowd just roaring applause. They think again the whole wolf thing was just part of the show. Kurt's confused, but he's so wrapped up in how well received the performance was that it's just gone like from his mind. He's just not even bothering him. You get a couple minutes after you go back into the tunnel. You're back kind of in the waiting area. All the other groups are there. You go back out then, and all 4 groups are there. The crowd is excited. The announcer, they do the little thank yous. Thanks for coming. Thanks to the sponsors. Thanks to whoever. Thanks to our judges. Thanks for everyone for coming. And they announce the winner. Now, they don't believe in like 3rd place or 2nd place because anything after 1st is just first loser. So they just jump straight to the winners. And over the speaker, the announcer goes, And the winner is Kurt and the Kurtz. And the audience explodes in applause. You've got attendants coming out. They've got little sashes and tiaras for all of you. And for the prize, as we do every year, Kurt and the Kurtz have won a year's supply of pocket bacon. And the crowd again applauds. They're bringing out like wheelbarrows full of bacon. Each of you, that'll be mailed over magically wherever you desire if you ever run out of what's in the wheelbarrow. The other groups look kind of saddened. Could you all make a perception check for me?
14.
Is this in any way? Is there? I have to ask. Is there anything that would require me to rely on my scent? Does I get advantage with keen smell if it has anything that does require the nose? Or am I just smelling bacon?
I don't think I
Okay.
don't think you would be using your nose right now.
That's fine. 17.
Then I got a 14. Also, the entire time since we were still going back out to accept, I maintained raptor form, so I'm a raptor with a tiara and
As
sash.
you should. Yes. Denatos, you said 17?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So you see out of the corner of your eye one of the figures in cloaks, the small child-sized one, sneaking over to one of the wheelbarrows and just like pocketing handfuls of bacon and just running off. And then disappearing into the crowd. Kurt is just in tears, crying. He can't even speak. The first time you've seen Kurt be unable to speak. And with that, you all head out to celebrate the rest of the night of the festival. And
I think. Sorry. Go ahead.
that's our session.
As a little side note to celebrate, I think Marius would be like basically letting kids get raptor rides until the wild shape ended.
Fantastic. Just running around the stage. That's great. Well, that is a wrap. And it's getting late. So we shall say adieu. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time and may chaos reign. Goodbye.
Adios.